Hi guys, let's get into a reading. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes, and to those of you who have booked a personal reading with me, please keep in mind that these are general messages, so do not take them personally. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. Let's get into it. What message do you have for the collective at this time? Help me to articulate a clear and concise message in order for it to be received in the way that you want it to best be received. Help me to see what it is that I need to see to get the message across as clear as possible. And help me to deliver any messages that you deem worthy in order to serve your highest good, for the highest good of humanity with harm to none. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? One more. One more. Okay. So there was something that you were desiring, something that you were manifesting. You were working towards it. You felt like you were in a place where you had earned this, right? But it could have not presented itself as quickly as you would have hoped. But in this energy, well, because it did not manifest itself as quickly as you had hoped, you may have felt like it wasn't going to come through for you. I received a message the other day where it says it was more so surrounding the topic of like feeling challenged because you felt like you were investing into something so much, but it still doesn't show up like you have earned it, right? So this is kind of what this energy is. Like you've been envisioning something, you've been manifesting it, you could have been receiving signs and symbols that it was coming into place, and you were continuously working towards it, trying to stay motivated, trying not to place doubt around this, trying not to self-sabotage this, but trying to really put yourself in a position where you could see this manifestation form into your physical reality. But because it had not formed as quickly, or it had not presented itself to you in the time frame in which you felt that it should have, you could have maybe started to feel a sense of doubt, maybe just started to have less, I don't want to say have less hope, but you just felt like continuing to invest into whatever this is almost gave you like this hopeless feeling, right? Where it's kind of like you may have felt like, again, like you've invested so much time into it, but why does it feel like I still haven't earned it, right? But there is a sense here where I'm feeling like it's here. It's in the present moment. Whatever it is that you manifest, it's in this present moment. Now, again, you may not, by the time you see this reading, it may have manifested already, or it may be on its way to you. But the energy feels very present. right? This doesn't feel, this is almost like telling the backstory of like you um feeling that sense of lack, maybe. Clarify, empowered. Clarify, empowered. The Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. You have earned this with the Ace of Swords. That's confirmation of truth. You have earned whatever this is that you have been manifesting, right? It is here. So you should feel empowered, right? And it's almost as if like you had this understanding, you had this knowing, you had this feeling, right? Because there was this connection that you had to whatever this is that you're manifesting, right? This isn't something that you just like had an idea and you know tried it once or twice and it didn't take off the ground, so you abandon it. This isn't something like that. This is something that you felt spiritually connected to, right? Like a passion project, a hobby, a purpose, a career choice, right? A connection, something that you felt truly connected to, like it serving this, investing into this almost made you, well, it did make you feel empowered, right? It made you feel closer to yourself in a sense, right? It fulfilled the desires that you see for yourself, right? It helped you to feel this sense of peace. It helped you to create opportunities, right? To experience more, to live more, to perceive more, right? To be more. It put you in a position where you had a better sense of clarity, had a deeper sense of hope, had a deeper sense of understanding. Clarify the oracle. The Hierophant, yep, and the Goddess of Pentacles, right, with the Nine of Pentacles. So again, this is something that you were being guided towards, right? You were following your faith, right? Whether you were leading by example, whether you were the Four of Pentacles. It almost feels like, too, this helped you draw closer to yourself, right? With the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Swords, I kind of felt that, like, it gave you a clearer understanding of you, who you are, what brings you peace, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy. It gave you a deeper understanding of self, but it also served another purpose in the same way, right? It also, in effect, you continuing to invest in this, whether this was like, again, like a career choice you were going after, or if it was a passion project that you were investing in, whatever this is, this is almost you like leading by example. It also showed you how to um how can I express this? Have healthy boundaries within yourself, right? How to reserve certain parts of yourself in different spaces, in certain spaces. And it also taught you how to transmute that energy, y'all. I'm having like, it's super late, so I'm like yawning all over the place. But this is definitely, again, like you leading by example, you encouraging others that there is more opportunity for them outside of what is being presented to them, right? You almost show other people that they have the ability to create opportunities themselves based off of what it is that they feel connected to, right? Again, you leading by example. Clarify, lacking. But this is not just something that you were This is not something that you randomly chose to invest in, right? Again, this is almost like you were receiving guidance, you were receiving signs that this is something that you should be investing in, right? This too, in a sense, it gave you an idea of what lessons, what experiences, what emotional habits um you were carrying throughout your lineage, right? It's almost as if like there was something connected to your family matters that you throughout this process learn how to transmute, right? You learned how to not repeat those same cycles, but how to transform them to create a better life for yourself, to create a better environment for yourself, to create a better experience for yourself, right? Let's pull 4 cards to close this message out. This one seems pretty safe and simple. Whatever it is that you've manifested, you've done, you've definitely alchemized something to the point that it's here to present itself to you. Right? That energy is very present. This isn't something that you're going to have to wait for. Whether it's presented itself to you in the moment that you watch this reading or not, know that it is right around the corner, right? Also, please know that all of these readings on this channel are timeless. So whenever you see it, it is meant for you, right? Let's pull 4 cards. 1 card for what we can learn as the major lessons surrounding this message. 1 card for the opportunities we can create surrounding this message. 1 card for what we can meditate on as the focus of this message. And 1 card for the new cycles and habits we can innovate to contribute to our growth and expansion surrounding this message. Your investments are well worth your attention, your time, and your efforts, and you're getting ready to see just how powerful you are at bringing things to life, right? You may already know that you have a powerful manifesting tool, right? You may already know that you truly understand and have grasped the concept of alchemy. But this right here, whatever is coming in, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind just how fulfilling, how fruitful, right? Because two, this feels like you may have only been getting glimpses of the vision, right? You may have been getting glimpses of clarity here and there, right? You don't have the full picture. You may have an understanding, you may have an idea, but you don't have a firm, concrete vision of the whole picture, right? Every now and again, you'll get glimpses of understanding. You'll get confirmation that you're going in the right direction. You'll get clarity of where you should go next. You'll get understanding of why you had to experience something or why this challenge presented itself, right? You've been getting breadcrumbs along the way. But when this presents itself, when it fully shows up as the surprise on your doorstep, you are going to be completely surprised at just how powerful you are at transforming and bringing things to life, right? It may feel like how can I put this into words? It almost may make you feel like you're a stranger in your own reality, right? Or a character in your own reality because it will feel so, I don't want to say fairy tale, but that's almost what it's giving. Although this will be your reality. So be mindful not to push this away out of fear. Be mindful not to carry a lack mindset or fear or habits or things that you've already worked through. Be careful not to bring your past into this new situation, because this is truly a blessing, right? And it's going to teach you some things about yourself. It's going to show you some things about where you come from, how you've changed, how you've grown, what it is that you've grown, right? It's one thing to see yourself from an internal perspective, right? When you meditate, you kind of self-reflect from an internal perspective. But this manifestation is going to show you who you are and how you present yourself externally. And you are going to be blown away. I wish I could really express how I feel like I'm floating almost. It feels very light, but it also feels very heavy. And it may feel very heavy because it's almost as if like everything that you didn't have at one point in time is going to show up all at once. And that may feel overwhelming. It's not going to feel heavy as in like a burden. It feels heavy as if it is like an overwhelming blessing. You might feel very emotional when this presents itself to you, because it's like going from having nothing to having it all overnight. Although this has not been an overnight process for you, it will seem like it, right? And now I'm like seeing how like bamboo shoots up, right? It takes forever to grow underground, but once it hits that surface, it shoots up. I don't have an exact number, but many feet at a time, right? And it grows constantly. It is almost to the point where like it is invasive, right? You can't plant one and then dig up the root and think that's going to be it. It's still going to reproduce itself in abundance, right? And that's what this feels like you've planted this seed and it's been growing, taking root underground, making sure that it's stable. It's been communicating with other other root systems, and now you're getting ready to see a full field of bamboo shoots all at once, right? It's almost like it's going to present itself overnight. And this almost feels like you may feel like it's so like, do I have enough space to carry this? Do I have enough space to receive this? But you do. You do have enough space to receive this because you've created the space to receive this. You've created the space to live in this investment, right? You just have to be mindful not to, well, you have to be mindful to let go of those false boundaries, right? That space where you perceive it to be safe, but it's really, you can, and look at the bottom of the deck, worthiness. You've earned this. You're deserving of this. I don't know how long that was sitting at the bottom of the deck, but you are, and look, the cups are overflowing and she's not even putting in the effort to pour into them. It's just happening for her, right? And that's kind of how this is going to come through. Like, you don't have to do anything more. You've already done the work. Now you're going to watch your cups overflow from the return of what you've already invested into it. Right? One card for what we can learn as the major lesson surrounding this message. storms, and self-sabotage. Do not let your fears, do not let your past, do not let your insecurities push this away, right? This is something that you have earned for yourself. You do not have to wait for the other shoe to drop. There is no other shoe to drop, right? There are no hidden contraptions. There is nothing waiting to jump out and surprise you, to like a got you. There is none of that. You've already worked through that. You've already cleared out the storms, right? You've already experienced the cleansing to reach this place of purity where you are ready and open to receive, right? Storms come to clear the energy. They come to clear the space. They come to cleanse the earth, right? And that's what it feels like you may have experienced, right? You may have had to learn lessons or overcome challenges that help you to find clarity within yourself, help you to clear the space of the things that were blocking this manifestation from coming in. Now that you went through those storms, now that you have received the cleansing and you're in a pure space where you have a clear mind and a clear vision, right? You have the space to receive this blessing, this 10 of cups. It's almost as if like your heart is as light as a feather, but you're going to be so overwhelmed with love that I mean, love in general is a big responsibility, but that may be what it feels like. And I wish I could understand like the balance of this energy that I'm feeling. I hope that it's coming through it as clear as I'm sensing it, right? Because it doesn't feel like a burden, but it does feel emotionally heavy because it may have been something that you've been longing for, you've been yearning for, right? And so the moment that you receive it, it almost feels like you try to trick yourself out of the perspective that you have the space to maintain it, sustain it, right? To hold it. But you do. So let go of that self-doubt. Don't let those get in your way of holding this. The opportunities that you can create is creativity, cosmic power. Continue to manifest, right? Whatever it is that you truly desire. And this is not like a big manifestation that you're going to have to present, but this is almost like small, like willing and small desires, right? You've already created this manifestation, right? You've already brought it to life. You've already turned it from a vision, from a desire to an experience, right? You're getting ready to see the physicality of this. So what you can create from this is more opportunity, more experiences, more safety, more of your identity, right? This is only going to bring you, closer to God, because it landed on the Hierophant. So this is only going to bring you closer to yourself, to a higher power. And it's also going to ground you in a deeper sense, right? It's almost like it grounds you, but it lifts you up at the same time, because it keeps you at a firm base. It keeps you very peaceful. It keeps you very stable, very balanced. It feels very serene, but it will also challenge you. It would also open you up, right? To more perspective, to more lessons, to more knowledge, to more awareness, to more currency, right? You will experience more. And so because you are gaining more, you will have to expand more, right? So you may experience a little bit of growing pains, but not necessarily in a space of negativity or having to overcome, but there will be a learning process, right? You will experience growth, right? What we can meditate on is your divine lineage. Remember, I said that there's something that you have cleared out and look, self-sabotage, right? So you've learned m- more about yourself. You've learned more about where you've come from, right? Not just where you've come from in this reality, but where your ancestors have come from, where the people who have served before you, how they got to where they were, how they lived their lives, what cycles and habits they were carrying with themselves, and how the choices that they made affected their lives. And that ultimately led to how you got here, right? It seems like you have a very strong connection to your ancestors, to your lineage, right? To your spirit guides, to your angels, right? To God. But this is more so speaking specifically to your, again, divine lineage, is exactly what the card says. You are, this is meditating on the communication that you have with your ancestors. Be mindful not to lose that connection. Be mindful not to, how can I put this into words? Because it's almost as if like you have to remember to uh maintain that connection of offering when this comes through. One card for what the new cycles and habits we can innovate to contribute to our growth and expansion surrounding this message. Desire and manifestation. I don't even know that I need to expand on that anymore. It's here. It's all I'm hearing. Rain down on me. Rain down on me. That's what I keep hearing. Like it's like your blessings are getting ready to overflow. You have worked so hard for this. Like you're getting ready to be dancing in the rain, right? Splashing in the puddles, right? Having and soul forgiveness, right? You've earned this, right? So forgive yourself for the experiences that you've had to overcome to get here. Forgive yourself for the lessons that you have had to learn to get here, right? Allow yourself to exist in this space of pleasure because you deserve it. You've earned it. Your ancestors want this for you. They have worked with you to bring this into your reality. So do not sabotage this when it presents itself to you. You deserve this, right? But that is the message that I have for you guys. I hope that it resonates. I know that if you made it to the end of this video, you have found something in it that is worthy and valuable to you. Thank you for watching. Bye.